Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Hope my screen is visible. So in today's session, what we are going to see is about the generate series. Okay, so this is a new topic, an important topic, and in yesterday we will recollect what we have seen yesterday. So in yesterday's session, we have seen with the class, right? So what is with the class means in order to reuse, okay, and also in order to make the mm, uh, big query into shorter, okay, in order to separate the big query into shorter, we used with the class and also, we have seen how to use the select statement inside the with class and also the data modifying statement, right? The data modifying statements are nothing but update and delete inside the with class. And while using inside the delete and update statement inside the with class, we have seen how the outer query reacts and how we can able to reuse all those things inside um, uh, uh, the block inside the outer statement, right? So these are the things which we have seen yesterday, and also I have gave you two exercises related to this. In today's session, what we are going to see is generate series. Okay, so the generate series is nothing but in this is a function which used in the PostgreSQL, and it will generate some series of values. Okay, the some series of values in the sense it if you pass the start, stop, and step parameters, then it will generate that values accordingly. It is customized one. Okay, so yes, these functions take the argument start, stop, and step and returns the set of rows, each containing the single value in the specified range. So start is nothing but my where I should start. Okay, whether it is from 1 or 100 or 1000, anything you can able to give. And what is the stop point until um, uh, what number it should generate the series. And also step is nothing but it is if it is 3, then it will skip by 3, 1, 3, 6, like that it will skip, and till 100 it will generate the series. Okay, so this is called as a generate series. So I will try to execute this and show this to you. Let me open my Postgres SQL. So now I'm going to connect it with our database num equals, right? So I'm going to copy this. See here, generate. I will try to increase the font size. Okay. See here, select generate series. I have given this generate series function in the select class. Okay. So select generate series of. This is my starting point. This is my ending point, and this is the step. Okay, 1, 4, 7, 10, like that. It skip 3 and it will generate until 100. So generally we use this generate series. See, in the select class or insert or some process is going on, when some regular interval, when some process is going on with the some regular interval, and you are getting that particular data. So in order to view that data or view that particular process with some series of values or the sequence of time, anything. Okay, so we use this generate series in order to view that. So, for example, sometimes if you are monitoring the CPU time for 2 minutes once, 3 minutes once, like that, in the regular interval, 2 minutes once, like that, in the regular interval, if you are going to see the process of something going on in the regular sequence of interval. So if we got that those kind of entries in our table, and if I want to see that with some series, okay, So I can able to view that particular columns or any values with by generating the series like this. Okay, so we will you will come to know when we goes on. Okay, I will combine this generate series with some table and show this to you how to relate those things. Okay, so this can be done with the date also. This is the first query we did, and this can be done with the date also. So for example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate a series of daily date. Okay. So daily, so or date mm, for uh, days within what is the day I want is 2023, any date. Okay, 01 for from January 1 to, for example, for the till the next month 2023 02. Okay, so until this date I need to generate the series of dates, daily date. Okay, what we need to do is we need to do it in the select statement. Select generate series. Now I'm calling this generate series function. Okay, you can see here this is my generate series function, and this the first parameter I'm going to pass is from the start, which is the starting point. Okay, this should be my starting point. So I need to give this inside the single quote since this is a date, and I want to typecast this. See, this inside the single quote, whatever we are giving, it will take it as a string. So I want to typecast. Typecast is nothing but I'm going to convert this particular string into date and informing to the Postgres that this particular string inside this quote is a date. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this as a date. Okay, this is called as a typecasting. If I give double colon and a date means it will take this particular thing as a date. If I give this as an int, then it will take this particular thing as an integer. Then it will treat this as an integer. Similarly, varchar like that, we can able to give any kind of data. Okay, any kind of data type. So for now, I want to treat this particular string as a date. Okay, so this is called this colon operator is called as a typecasting operator. Okay, so you need to remember this very important. If I didn't do this typecasting, then it will raise an error. Okay, so this is the date, and also this is the from date. Okay, until the next month, I need to generate the series. So under what interval I need to generate the series, comma, that should be my third parameter. So one day once, okay, one day is nothing but one day once I need to generate. Okay, I need to generate the date. So this one day is nothing but my interval. So we have already seen about this interval also, interval data type also. So hope you guys remember. Okay, so that's all. So what this query will do is it will generate the date, daily date. Okay, with the interval of one day from January 2023 to February 2023. Okay, until the second month, first of second month. Okay, so we will see here with the time. See here, I have given this as a date with the interval, and you can see 1 2 3 4 like that. It will generate until the second month of February 1st. Okay, so like this you can able to generate the series of dates you want. And okay, let us try some more thing with this. So what is the second thing I need to do is I want to create a timestamp for every 10 minutes. Okay, create a timestamp for every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like that, any timestamp. Okay. So I have already told you if some process, why we are using this particular thing, this generate series, why we, for what purpose it is has been used. Means if we are in some table, consider that you are doing some process. Okay, for you're monitoring something. For every 10 minutes, the record is entering inside your table, right? For the regular interval, you are going to monitor and you are going to make a record of it, like a CPU monitoring, memory monitoring, or like that. Every 10 minutes, that particular thing has to be recorded. So for that particular thing, if I want to select that column, okay, if I want to select that column for every 10 minutes, and I want to view it for every 10 minutes, right, with the date and time. So at that time, you can use this generate series to view that. Okay, so here I will see here I'm going to generate the timestamp for every 10 minutes within particular date. Okay, select generate series. I will take this date itself. Okay, I will take this date, but I need to mention the time also here. Okay, I need to mention with the time, because for every 10 minutes I need to generate. So I will start with a 00, right? So this is the time, and this should be typecasted to the timestamp. We have already seen every details about the date and timestamp, why we are using the timestamp, why we are using the date alone, and why we are using the time alone, right? For what is the purpose and everything we have seen while seeing the date concepts. So hope you guys remember, and we have did some exercise also, right? And I'm going to paste this, and I want to display the time for every time 10 minutes for example 2 days. Okay, so 01 January 1st to 3rd of January, I want to display the timestamp. And what is the interval? I need to mention the interval. This is the starting and this is the ending. Okay, this is the ending time. And under what intervals here, you see here we have given 1 day as an interval here. So it has generated the date for each and every day, right? Similarly, here I'm going to mention it as an 10 minutes, like that. Okay, 10. So inside the code, I need to give 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes, and this should be in the data type of interval. So interval is nothing but my data type. I need to mention it whenever I'm using some, whenever I'm mentioning or whenever I'm using some between interval timestamp. Okay, whether it is a day or a month or anything, I can able to give it under the timestamp colon timestamp for the typecasting. See here, you can see here. This is the generate series which we have generated for the 2 days of a timestamp for every 10 minutes. Okay. See here, it starts from 00, 10, 20, 30, 40, like that it goes on. Right? It has generated the timestamp for 2 days. You can see here, it goes on like this. So this is a customized one. You can able to generate the time series for anything if you wish. Okay, as per the requirement. So let us do for some decimal values. Okay, let us try to do for some decimal values. Select generate series of select generate series of for example I want to generate some decimal, okay, some decimal point from 0 to 1, okay. And what is the interval is 0.1 should be my interval. Anything 0.1, 0.2, anything should be my interval. Okay. So for this, now I'm going to generate a series. So this is also, in this kind also we can able to generate the series. So these are all the types. See, we have generated the series with respect to date and with respect to some integer and with respect to timestamp. Okay, with respect to time. And also now we have generating it for the decimal value. I'm copy pasting it. It is generating for some decimal values 0, 0.123 with the interval of 0.1. Similarly, you can use it as per your requirement. Okay. So now what we are going to say is, to moving one step ahead, we are going to generate a series of integer from 1 to the number of items in the invoice table. For example, see here, I'm going to select, I'm going to show you the count of how many rows are inside my invoice table. Invoice details. We will take the invoice details, right? So inside my invoice details, how many rows are there? There are nearly 20,544 rows are there. So I am going to generate the series of integer. Okay, generate a series, some series of integer from 1 to, so starting whatever it may be, you can start from 1 or 100 or anything as per your requirement. So 1 to until the count of this, okay, until the count of this invoice detail. So how to do that? So here we are involving some table, okay, we are involving some table inside the generate series. Okay, select generate series. Select generate series. What is my starting point? It should start from 1, and I need to do some select star statement. Okay, I will take this table. I will take this table itself. Okay, so this should be this is the starting, and comma, this is my next parameter. What is the next parameter? This is my ending point. Okay, from till how many rows it need to generate, it will execute this query. See, internally it will execute this query, and this query will return the count of the rows like this. Okay, 20,544 is the count of the row. So at this point, after executing this, at this point, what it will have? It will have 20,544. So until this 20,544, it will generate the series of values. So this is the point. Okay, from invoice details, and I need to give some name, right? And I need to give some name. So this is the alias name, like INV ID, like that. I can able to generate the series. Okay, so let us see how it works. Here it will generate the series of numbers from 1 to it will goes on for 20,544, right? That is the count of, until the count of the invoice details. Okay, it will goes on, but I have stopped. Okay, using Control C, I have stopped. So here you can see the alias name. So this is why we are giving the alias name. So instead of if I didn't give any alias name here, then it will automatically take it as a count or like that. So I don't want that column. So I want some meaningful column name. If you want to give that meaningful column name, then you can give alias name like this. Okay. So next thing what we are going to see is I'm going to generate a series of numbers. Okay, for the specific thing in an item master. Okay, so for the specific subset in the item master, we will try to generate. Okay, so let me go here and show you. Select star from item master, right? So you can see here there are nearly 26 items are there, right? Nearly 26 items. So inside these items, we are having some group. So inside every group, we are having some subdivisions called as items, right? Inside under this which we are having the subdivision of one, two, like that, wedge one, wedge two, like that. Similarly for the pulses and rises, oil and everything. So what we are going to do now is I'm going to generate, okay, I'm going to generate a series of numbers, okay. It should start from, for example, it should start from 19 or 20, and I need to generate a series of number. While viewing this, I need to generate the series of number for this pulses alone, okay, for this pulses alone, which means we are going to generate a series of a specific subset of item in the master table. So this is called as a subset, right? So inside this, we are not going to generate a series for this whole item group. So totally we are having 26, right? So we are going to generate for this specific pulses alone, right? So until the count of this pulses, it will generate the number. So that is the point. Nothing more than that, okay? What we are going to do, generate a series of integer for specific subset of items in item master table. So this is the thing we are going to generate now. So similarly, the same thing. So select generate series of so it should start from 1 or 20 or anything. Okay, I wish to start from 19. Okay, select same thing, count star. So what this count star will return? It will return the total number of rows. Okay, with some condition. If I give with some condition, then it will count that by considering that condition of the table, then it will generate the count accordingly. Okay, and it will gives you the count accordingly. From where I need to take item master, right? Item master. This is the table name, and I'm going to give some condition like where item group equal to what group we can choose? We can choose the pulses. Okay. So inside the single quote, I need to give. So yes, that's all. So I need to give the alias name, item pulses. So like this, you can able to give some alias name, right? So now what we are, it will generate is what happened? Item group pulses, right? Item group equal to pulses and pulses spelling PUL, yes, yes. Okay, where I did the mistake. Let me try to change the things. Select count star from item master where item group equal to pulses. We will, I think it couldn't. Let me change the. Let's see. Now it is getting generated. Why it's not getting generated for pulses? Okay, we are having oil, right? ULSES. ULSES. Okay. Okay, let's see. ULSES is the name, right? Let me try to. Yeah, now it's getting generated. I don't know why it's not generated for that. Okay. So there are 8 items are there in the pulses, right? So there are 8 item groups are there in the pulses. So we have generated and up to the count of the pulses in the item master, which means we have generated the series of specific subset items. Okay, subset is nothing but we are not going to generate for everything, all the items in the item master. Some subset of items in the item master. That is the motto of this query. Okay. So generate series is not only based on for to create an integer like that, and also for simple date functions like this. We can also use it with the date truncate also. We will try to use it with the date truncate also. Date truncate. Okay. So we will see some one or two example to create with the date truncate. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate the series of dates for last week alone. Okay. If I tell you the last week, what I should do, I should subtract the interval of the 1 week with the current date, right? So that is the logic behind. So now what we are going to do is select generate series. So generate series of what should be my starting date. So I need to subtract the current date with an interval of 1 week, right? So in order to do that, I am using the date truncate function. Date. So what this date truncate will do, it will round off. If I give it as a week, if I give it as a month or anything like that, it will round off until that. Okay, it will round off until that week or a month. We have already seen about the date truncate, right? Hope you guys remember. So I am going to truncate it up to the week. Okay, and now up to what interval I need, what should be my starting date. So it should be current date. So we have already seen about this current date also. It will return the current date. Okay, minus interval of what should be my interval, 1 week. Okay, I'm subtracting this 1 week with the current date. So what should be the starting date, right? I need to go. So what is the requirement is I need to generate the series of date for last 1 week. Last 1 week, right? So here, what should be the starting date? I need to go for the last week date. So for that only, I'm subtracting this current date with the last 1 week. Okay, 1 week of days. So this is the starting of. So it will take this point, this everything as a starting. See here, we have given as a 0, 1. This is the starting point, and this is the stop point, and this is my interval, right? So this is my step. How many step it need to skip? So this will take. This is the first parameter I'm giving. This will take me to the date for before 1 week. So that should be my starting point. Okay, for that only I have subtracted the current date with an interval of minus 1 week. So what is the ending? So same thing, ending date is I need to truncate. Okay, I need to truncate until the interval of day before 1 day of the week. Okay, day before 1 day of the week. So I'm just copying the same thing. So date truncate week current date minus interval of 1 day. Okay, interval of 1 day, a day before today. Okay, a day before today. And so a day before today means, yeah, until yesterday I want, until 9th I want. So here what is, enter this, and here what is my interval, which means what is the step? So it should be interval of 1 day. So I want to create a series of a date, okay, for the last week, which means it will create the series of a day from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this. It will generate the date. Okay. So after this, I'm giving some alias name as date last week. So any alias name we can able to give. So let me try to execute this. Hope the syntax is correct. We will check. Yeah, you can see here 23 to 27, 28, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has written the 8 rows. So all the last week date. Okay. So hope you guys understood this point. So the next thing we are going to do is, until this point, if you have any doubts, please let me know. Okay, until this point, if you have any doubts, please let me know. Hope you guys are listening, and hope there is no doubt. Since there is no doubt asked, I am continuing. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is excuse. So I'm going to generate a series of, okay, we have deal with the date here, right? So we will deal with some timestamp. Okay, we will deal with some time, like I'm going to generate a series for last 24 hours, like that. We will generate some timestamp related generate series. Okay, so what I want is, I want to generate a series of timestamp for last 24 hours. Okay, last 24 last 24 hours we will keep like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is select same thing, generate series, truncate date, and the same thing, but we are going to give hour by hour, right? So instead of week, what I'm going to give is hour. Okay, so date truncate hour. So current, so instead of, see here I'm going to generate a date, so that I have given the current date. So here I'm going to generate it as an time wise I'm going to generate. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to create a subtract a timestamp from this. Okay, timestamp minus. So here I'm going to change as an interval of, until what timestamp I need to generate, where I should start. So minus 24 hours. So it should start a day before. Okay, for 1 day, if I'm going to give generate the date, then which should be my starting point from yesterday, and which should be my ending point from today. So I'm going to generate what is the interval for every hour I'm going to generate. Okay, for every hour, every 30 minutes, every 10 minutes, you can able to generate whatever it may be. Okay, so current timestamp minus interval. So I'm giving the interval as 24 hours or 1 day, anything. Okay, 24 HOURS. Okay, 24 hours, comma. So what should be my ending date? What should be my stop point? This is the starting point. What should be my stop point? It should be the current timestamp minus interval of 1 hour before. Okay, or current timestamp. You can leave it up to the current timestamp, or if you want to give 1 hour before, then you can give. Anything is okay. Here, this is the starting. This is the first parameter I'm passing. Hope you guys are understood this point. This is the first parameter, and this is the second parameter. Okay, so first parameter is a starting point. What should be my starting point? I am just subtracting the current timestamp with the 24 hours. So I need to subtract it with the 20. If I subtract it with the 24 hours, so from the current time, it will subtract 24 hours and it will give the starting time, right? And this is the ending time. What should be my ending time? Until the an hour before I need to generate the date. So that should be my ending time. Or if you don't want this until the current timestamp, you can able to give. Okay. So what should be my interval? So for every hour, we can keep it for every hour, every 1 hour or every 10 minutes or anything, we can able to generate as timestamp or today timestamp. Today, or it will be apt to keep the name as last 24 hours. Last 24 hours timestamp. It's just an alias name, okay? But you need to keep it as something meaningful. That's all. So hope there is no syntax error. Let us see. Yes, it is generating. You can see starting from 14. Okay, it subtracted. See here now current time is 14:11. It will subtracted. We have subtracted 24 hours before as a starting time. Okay, so it started from 20:23:09 from yesterday's time to till 1 hour before it generate. From the current timestamp, it see here till 13 it generated. It got generated. Okay, so likewise you can able to do any kind of a time related or a decimal related or any integer related, or if you want to combine with any table like this. See, we have combined some tables with this. You can able to generate the series of thing, okay, using select queries. Using select queries, why we are doing all these things means I have already told you. In order to make a selection with some other table which you are getting the data with a regular interval of time, then you can match up with that table and you can generate the series of time like this. Okay, see here we have created some subset of created a subset of some specific table. Okay, by taking that count as an end count, and we have generated the series. Now, okay, hope you guys understood this, and also we will do some exercise related to this. Okay, now we can stop our recording. Rajesh, we can stop the recording. Rajesh, we can stop the recording. Rajesh, are you there? Rajesh?